Alright, what's going on, guys? Try back again. Here to bring you another video. This video is going to be doing a review of the Berserk OVA number 2, which is part of what they're calling the Golden Age arc, 3 parts. This one is called the Battle for Doldrey. And basically what happens in this one is it encompasses the events of from the end of the first one, The Egg of the King, up to about manga volume 12. In the anime series of old, that's about episode, I think, around 20, because there's 25. Yeah, I'd say it'd be 20, somewhere around there, 2021, something like that. You'd have to look it up to see for sure. But basically, what it encompasses is the battle for Doldrey, of course, as well as the part where Casca and Guts sort of get left behind by Griffith, and Guts ends up killing 100 men. And becomes known further afterwards as the 100-Man Slayer, as well as a part later on where Griffith and Guts kind of go at it, although I don't want to spoil anything for anybody that has not seen it yet. Now, this is not out in English yet. It hit theaters in Japan on June 21st, 2012, and just hit on Blu-ray and DVD last week in Japan. So it is surfacing on the net, but it isn't completely dubbed over yet and released in English. So if anybody likes to watch things in the dub, it's not around yet. You'll have to wait a little while to see it. For those of you guys who don't know what Berserk is essentially a manga and anime created by let's see, writer's name is Kentaro Miura, or Miura, not sure how you say it. And it's a pretty fantastic manga and anime series. The anime series only goes up to about volume 14 of the manga, and there's 36 volumes. So it's not even halfway. And it is one of my favorite manga and anime of all time. It's sort of like your Dark Ages type of medieval. It's got some fantasy elements to it as well, story, where you have a lot of sword fighting, you have a lot of war and battles, and bow and arrows and all this kind of stuff. All that kind of goodness mixed in with a little bit of the supernatural elements as well, but not too overpowering to the point where, at the beginning at least, and for the first good portion of the first 14 volumes or so, and especially this movie as well as the first part of the Golden Age arc, don't have too much supernatural elements to them. And Berserk by itself is fantastic. So this one is an OVA version of it, which is essentially 100 minutes long. And what they've done is they've taken a lot of those themes and elements from the manga or anime, because it's the same, and done the same thing with that, put it into this movie form. But they've just taken the important parts that you need to know to be able to piece together, the greater story or the central core story of Berserk up to this point. They are leaving out a lot of things because, for the sake of time, they have to try to condense it down. As a result of that, you do miss out on quite a few things. It is faster and a more accessible way for people to get into Berserk if they've never seen it or read the manga before. But at the same time, it does leave out a lot of things that people might want to see. There's a lot of little parts that are completely removed, a lot of little scenes and things that happen that leave the story overall with not as much impact as reading the manga originally or the anime series. I myself am a fan of the old anime series, even though the art at this point is a bit dated. The animation a lot of times is there's a lot of stills in the animation, and that's something that we don't usually get anymore in animation. Everything in animation is, the movement is fluent. It doesn't stop at a still every once in a while and show sound, which is kind of takes you away from it. So this definitely is a more accessible way for people to get into it. The fight scenes, most of them look better, although there's some things about the cell shading and the CG that don't look right. The version that I was watching, maybe it was just my computer, I'm not sure, I don't think it is, but it actually looks choppy at some parts of the war when you have the soldiers fighting. It will get choppy at little parts, and I'm like, what the heck is that? That's weird, because you think on a video everything would be, right on, but it was a little choppy. So maybe just my computer, but I'm not entirely sure. that I was watching it on, but I'm not entirely sure. So I do prefer the visuals for the most part in this version of Berserk, the Golden Age arc OVAs. It is better, but in terms of visuals, because obviously it's this many years later. It's been like what, almost 20 years or 15 years since they released the anime. So it's been a long time. Animation has progressed, especially Japanese animation. North American, yeah, it's progressed too, but not as much as Japanese animation has. And so that's the biggest thing right there. In terms of the visuals are better. In terms of the score, the sound, the music, I'm a fan of the old 80s score a lot. I like the Casca and Guts theme. I like the Forces theme. I mean, there's all kinds of themes from the old anime that I think are better than that are in the new OVAs. So that's something that I miss, definitely. As well as the story not having all those elements and being condensed and shorter. They did a pretty good job, but there are still a lot of things that's like, oh man, this had more impact for me in the anime when it was slow, at a slower pace, and there was more things in between happening to get to that point, to lead up to these types of points. You felt like the characters had been through more because it had been so many episodes and so many different battles and things in between that are left out here in this OVA. So that's to give you a comparison, and just to wrap that up so I can continue with the review on just this one, I prefer the anime series over this. And I think that if people have the time, I would recommend watching the anime over this. However, because the art is dated, if people are really worried about that, then this might be the better way to go. Maybe if this intrigues them, they can go watch the anime after, because I think it is very good. One advantage that the OVAs are going to have over the anime that they didn't have is that the OVAs are going to go further into the story than the original anime did, into the manga story. Let's see. There is a third one coming, which is called Descent. And that one, I'm not sure what manga volumes it's going to cover up to, but it's 120 minutes. So it's 2 hours long. This one was 100 minutes. So it's even longer than this one. And we're almost at the end of where the anime reached, about 5 episodes off. So I'm assuming the next one is going to go way further than what the anime did, but will probably end a little bit further down, but not too much further. I mean, they can't include the whole rest of the story because there's too many chapters to compress it all. But it might end on a better note than the original anime did. So that being said, like I said, the visuals are great. The sound is not as good. The story is not as good because it's cut down so much. But it is still Berserk. It is still a pretty damn cool representation of it. Even though there's a few little weird things about the CG, a lot of the battles I like it. Like the Doldry battle is done pretty well. I like the fight between Guts and I think the general's name, the leader of the Purple Rhinos. I think it's Bosco. I think General Bosco. I might be wrong about that. I'm not sure. I watched it a few days ago, so I don't remember exactly. But I'm pretty sure it is Bosco. And he's got some cool parts where he takes his axe and he like cuts all these dudes in half all around him, and their bodies just go flying in the air, which is crazy. But then there's a part that's a little bit different where Guts just beats him with his sword instead of something that happens in the old anime where a different event takes place and he gets another sword. So I think that's most of what I want to say of it. I did like it for the most part. It was cool to see a different version of Berserk done more condensed with better graphics and all that kind of stuff. But if you have the time, I would say still watch the old anime. For dudes who subscribe to my channel that like they're just watching because they subscribe to me for Walking Dead or whatever, if you don't know what Berserk is or you haven't checked it out and you have some time, I'll post links in the description where you can watch the episodes dubbed of the old anime. I'll start it put a link for the first episode of the old anime, and I'll put a link for the trailer of this so you can kind of see it. But overall, I do prefer the older anime, and I would give it a higher rating. This one I'm going to give a rating of 8 out of 10 because the story is great. It's still the same story, and it is done pretty damn well. But I think it's inferior, even by today's standards, because you have to question, well, I guess it depends on the person. What's more important to someone? Is the graphics and the visuals more important than a more fleshed out story and with better sound? It's kind of a versus there, whatever you prefer. Yeah, that's going to cap it for my Berserk Golden Age arc part 2. I was pretty excited for it, and it did pay off pretty good. The hype didn't kill it for me. I think it was good. But I'm even more excited for the last part, Descent, because I'm really excited to see how they're going to do the Eclipse, if you guys know what I'm talking about. And after the Eclipse, I'm really excited to see where they're going to stop and how far they're going to get into the story. I wish they would just do the whole damn thing. But to be honest, I have to be totally, completely honest, is when it comes to the manga, I feel like after the Eclipse and a few of the events afterwards, the manga tends to kind of lose direction a little bit, in my opinion. In terms of plot and story, it sort of does lose direction a little bit. It still has some really cool things coming on afterwards, but the fact that it's still going, like it's still being released even today when it's not on hiatus, and the things they're dealing with, it's like it's gone too far in the story. I want to see them resolve those things that were started at the beginning, move on and create some new thing. I want to see it resolved. I hate in anime and manga when they try to spread it out and they have some of these themes that just run forever. It drives me nuts, you know, and then they at some point in time decide to cap it off and finish that original theme and just fill it with all kinds of stuff in the middle rather than resolve it and then move on and continue the story after if they have an interesting story to tell. Because sometimes it feels like they start off and they have a really interesting story to tell, but then after that it's resolved, they just kind of don't totally resolve it, they leave it open, and then they do all this other stuff, but it doesn't feel like that really, all that other stuff doesn't feel the same caliber as that original, you know, sort of idea for a story that they had at the beginning. And the anime or manga tends to sort of, you know, not be as good afterwards, if you know what I mean. It just feels like filler, kind of, to the main story. I'd like to see them resolve it, move on, and you know, tell something else that's interesting, or just stop producing it. Because Berserk's been going on for over 20 years now. It's been released, and it's like this original part of the story still has not been resolved in the books, which is ridiculous. Mura's got to resolve it sooner or later. Anyway, that's it for this review, guys. I'll see you for part 3 in about, I don't know, like 8 months or something. 6 months, whenever it hits. Yeah. That's it for this one. See you for the next one, guys. This is Trev. Same peace.